Another week, another box of announcements. When you are a Switch owner, it's Christmas all the time. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. Gabe is here. 7 new Switch games, and we are here to tell you all about them. 5 are brand spanking new announcements. 2 got updated info and dates. And we're going to roll right into this list as we like to do. Let us know in the comments down below which of these 7 you are most excited for. Gabe, we're kicking off with one I think you're going to be very, very pumped to play, and that's Iconoclasts. It's coming to Switch later this year. It is made by a one-man team, one Joachim Sandberg. Delivered a knockout 2D action platformer centered around puzzle solving and boss fights. It's got that Metroidvania vibe, and it is hitting Switch later this year with new difficulty options and a boss rush mode.
Yes, I have made no secret of the fact that I really, really love Metroidvanias. It's like one of my favorite genres in gaming in general, and this one looks really cool. And the fact that it was made by one person just adds an extra sense of wonder. Like, how does one person make something that looks this awesome? And I guess we'll find out when it comes out.
A lot of big, dreamy eyes, and so I think it's going to hook the both of us. No date, but again, they do expect it to hit sometime in 2018. The fun don't stop, though, Gabe, because Yokai Watch 4 was announced for Switch. This is a series that you guys don't know about. Well, you know about, but you don't know our history about. Me and Gabe were obsessed with Yokai Watch when it first released. When it was at E3 for the initial American launch, we were like, holy crap, this is our game. As the series progressed, maybe it wasn't so much, but they are bringing the 4th to Nintendo Switch in 2018. Now, it's only coming to Japan for now. I'm definitely expecting this to get a Western launch at some point. The question is just what point, because of the fact that they haven't even released 3 in the West, let alone getting a date for 4. I don't know. Do you think, Gabe, that they would skip over 3 just to get it on the Switch, or do you think they have to go into the progressive numerical linear path through the 3DS and eventually into the Switch?
Yeah, I don't know what their philosophy on that is going to be. I can just say that I hope that 4 just comes to Switch. And I don't really care for having 3 on Switch or 3DS in America. That at this point, I think that ship has sailed. But I do think it was strange how like the game was announced just like in a magazine. Like there's no like trailer or anything that we know of. Just hey, it's coming to Japan. I do hope it makes its way to America, but you can always just get it. The Switch is region free. Just learn some Japanese first, maybe.
Yeah, Level 5 CEO said that its content is getting a super high-grade power-up, including some things that will surprise everyone. And Level 5 in the past has made claims, and they're backing them up, that they're going to be bringing a lot of stuff to Switch, and this seems to be the start. Gabe, you want to go back to the start of Dark Souls? We are getting remastered in May, but we're also getting another Souls-like on Switch called Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption. There's been a delay in development, and the silver lining of that delay is that, hey, besides PC and other platforms, it's now coming to Switch. It is an action RPG all about facing off against 8 giant bosses, 7 of which are based on the 7 deadly sins, which is a cool concept. It has a vibe that reminds me of Xenoclash
mixed
as
with
well.
Dante's Inferno is what
Yeah,
that's automatically where I went with that. Of course, the original Dark Souls coming, so this Souls-like is going to have quite the competition when it eventually comes out on Switch. But honestly, it looks cool. Like the giant monsters, like in the trailer, they all look very interesting. And that very, very difficult combat is something that I do look forward to. But I also saw that they're going to let you like tailor the difficulty. Like you don't necessarily have to have this like Dark Souls like experience. You can play in easier modes. I'm not even going to touch those because I want like the tried and true experience. But for more casual players, it's going to be there for you.
Yeah, and it's always tough to tell from a trailer, like how does the combat feel in a game like this. Ultimately, that will be the do or die factor. Does it have that addictive and really enjoyable fluid combat, or do the battles feel stilted, rough, etc.? But it's coming Q3 2018. The studio that is bringing it here is comprised of former Ubisoft, Konami, and Blizzard employees. So, hey, it could be a very good time. Next up on the list, Horizon Chase Turbo. Gabe, you want to drive a multicolored bus through some mobile raceways? And by mobile, I mean, yes, this game initially came out for phones. They are turbocharging this to make it Horizon Chase Turbo to release on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Steam. So there are A lot of stuff going on. 12 cups, 48 cities, 110 tracks, 26 unlockable cards, 10 upgrades. There's online, there's split-screen multiplayer. It's pretty fully featured, but I don't know that it will be able to overcome the fact that it began as a mobile title.
Yeah, that's always very, very difficult. And, price is super important with things like this. Something like Vo's, incredibly overpriced on Switch, in my opinion, because you can get that for free on mobile. And we'll see how this does.
How about Disgaea 1, Gabe? The Switch launched with a Disgaea game or around launch. But now they're bringing Disgaea Refine, which is coming out on PS4 and the Switch, July 26th in Japan. So it was another magazine reveal with a really quick cycle. We don't know if it'll ever get a Western release date, but it seems likely given that Disgaea has already appeared on the Switch in the West. The games have previously appeared in the West. Probably only a matter of time before Refine hits the platform in the States.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Since we already have one Disgaea on Switch that, sold very well, I have no idea why this wouldn't come to the West. Hopefully it does, because I feel like that would be a very good time. Are you a fan of the Disgaea series?
I have never played them.
Oh.
I know very much what they are. It was a game that I followed a lot in the magazine era, but I never really dipped in. That pacing for me feels a little slow.
Yeah,
I don't have the time or the dedication really to dive into systems and games that I know are going to take so long. So I know it's a phenomenal franchise and people adore it. So it would be cool to get another on the platform. But let's move to two games that got updated info and dates. The first being my absolute favorite on the list, which is the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. So very odd how they're structuring this. I thought they would just go with a jumbo Legacy Collection, but they are giving you 1 and 2. So 1 includes Mega Man X, X2, X3, and X4. Legacy Collection 2, X5, X6, X7, X8. So it's 4 games, 8 total. They're going to sell them separately digitally. On Xbox One and PS4, you get 2 discs. On Switch, you get Legacy Collection 1 on a cartridge and a download code for Legacy Collection 2. There was some fervor around like, hey, why not 2 carts? Or why not just put all of this on 1 disc/1 cart? So a little odd there, but the big and important news is that it's hitting July 24th, which is sooner than I expected.
Funny enough, in Japan, both of them are being released physically. Legacy Collection and Legacy Collection 2 are each getting a cartridge physical release, and I wish that was the case over here, but we're going to have to download some games. It's okay.
And in Japan, they have the sexiest box art. So
yeah, way better than the American one, if I'm being honest.
Goodness gracious, those are cool. Looking to print those out. You won't need to print any banners, Gabe, because Banner Saga 3 has a launch date as well, and this one is hitting July 24th. Surprised, do you notice anything about it? Same day as Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. So this is bringing the brand new Banner Saga game to PC, Mac, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on July 24th. We are expected to get the other Banner Saga games on Switch at some point. I'm guessing that will be slightly before. That would kind of make sense, right? But this brand new one is something that I am actually surprisingly very excited for.
Yeah, clearly no save transfers or anything like that, but if it's a game that seems interesting to you, I'm sure they're going to have a primer. They've said as much where you get to see what the story was like before. It's a very exciting release for Nintendo Switch, and to think that this now sort of beloved franchise started as a Kickstarter game, that is something that blows my mind every time I even think about the Banner Saga. This was a Kickstarter game that made it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are quality products. I played a little bit of the first and the second, and I'm excited to see where the third takes things. So that is the list for the day. Iconoclasts, Yokai Watch 4, Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption, Horizon Chase Turbo, Disgaea Refine, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and all of its strange separation, and then Banner Saga 3. Let us know in the comments down below which of these games you are most excited for. For me, obviously, it's that Mega Man X Legacy Collection. Gabe, Iconoclast or Mega Man?
Iconoclast. I've played Mega Man a lot.
Yeah.
So Iconoclast is a new experience. So I'll always go with the new experience.
Mega Man just to me is in the same vein as Virtual Console. It's such an ideal fit for this platform, and getting to play that X Collection should be cool. But let us know which one you think is the coolest in the comments down below. We'll be looking. We got our eyes on you. We got our ears on you. We got our nose on you. And you should subscribe, because then you can stay up to date on all of our ears, eyes, and noses as well, and some Switch games too. Till that time, though, everybody, thanks so much for watching. For myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.